Ahoy and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing War Thunder Naval. I've had a short hiatus from the game. The introduction of the Alpha Strike patch brought two major bugs to the game that I felt made it largely unplayable. I've been told that they're fixed, and those bugs were an issue with module repair, where modules were not being repaired correctly, as well as a bug to do with the shells hitting the water. Water wasn't a thing, and so the blasts were getting through the unprotected keels of the ship and destroying them faster than they should have been. So compounding those two issues together, you were able to ammo rack Scharnhorst with quite small caliber guns. Now I'm back, and today we're going to play something a little bit non-meta. My goal here is to try and spade out the vehicles I haven't played in a long time or never really looked at, and today we're playing the USS New Orleans. New Orleans, CA-32, is quite a formidable vessel. She's the lead ship of her class and was the last of the American heavy cruisers constructed under the constraints of the Washington Naval Treaty. With a displacement of 10,000 tons, the New Orleans was laid down in 1931 and proudly served through World War II, including pivotal battles. She was present at Pearl Harbor, she was present in the Coral Sea, and at Midway. The USS New Orleans stands out as the best protected of the treaty cruisers in War Thunder, boasting significant advancements over her predecessors. The barbette protection was increased significantly to 5 inches or 127 millimeters, and her front turret armor was thickened to an impressive 8 inches or 203 millimeters. These enhancements were to address a critical vulnerability that earlier cruisers had, with their tendency for shell rooms and turrets to be compromised early in combat. Sitting at 5.7, most of the treaty cruisers are severely outgunned these days and underprotected compared to what they face. But they do pack a punch, albeit a slow one. Having to contend with a very slow reload rate and relatively light armor compared to what you are facing at the higher tiers, you need to really protect yourself, stay out of the big fights, find the right target, and make sure you destroy them in a one-on-one fight. You want to be the first to hit hard, hit fast. Let's see if we can make this happen. Although I do dread the fast-firing 8-inch guns that I will face at 6.3. I will need to rely on my gunnery skills and knowledge of those ships to be able to defeat them in a one-on-one fight. And if the enemy captain has good accuracy, chances are he will shred me to pieces. And I'm speaking about the Newport News and Des Moines especially, and somewhat the Roanoke, although it has less punch. Cleveland's, Helena's, Fargo's, they are all death sentences if you let them punch you too much. Speaking of the devil, we have one here, so I'm going to try and get in early, get in first. I'm bringing only AP and high explosive. The semi-armor piercing is quite terrible in my opinion, and should largely be skipped. It has some niche uses in a down tier at close range. I've had a solid hit there on what looks to be a Fargo, judging by his radar mast. And I want to really smash him before he knows I'm picking on him. My rear turret has just come around, and so it's going to enter the fight here. I think I might switch to ripple fire, just to get in some DPS. Alright, he's taken some really solid hits. He is being focused down, being the lead ship in the formation. Once he exits our view, we'll take one more salvo and then we will change targets. So I've just seen Des Moines has come up. Enemy Des Moines has clapped one of our friendlies. This Mogami is panicking and turning hard to starboard towards us, so we need to take evasive action while we do that. Take these shots and then dodge. Chances are she's going to run up a side. Yep. This is not good. She's going to slam in hard next to us. And they're already ranged in on her. Let's see what's shooting her. It looks like Des Moines. So I'm going to put out some counterfire on this guy. I'm going to wait for my rangefinder, and we're aiming for his front ammo rack. I can one-tap him if I get lucky. First shots are out. We are pulling ahead of Mogami now. And it looks like he's changed targets to us. So we are going to have to go full defensive here. Hard port turn. We had hits, but not anything substantial. Now, his shell capacity is like 3 times my ability here, so I have to really be careful with my maneuvers and take shots that matter. Oh, massive hits there. Right in the center of the ship. We are aiming for turret B. That is the squishy button on a Des Moines class cruiser. Turning in hard here. Trying to throw off his aim. Fortunately for me, most of the people that sail these ships don't have the best gunnery skills. And they prefer to get hits through volume of fire rather than accuracy. So my hard port turn there is tricked. His gunnery, he's fired short for about 5 salvos, which is giving me some breathing room. He's down to 38%. We've done a good job here. Those will be solid. Substantial hits, but not actually damaging anything vital, which is what we really want. We want to stay under power. And now that he can't see us, I'm going to turn in hard port towards the island to try and lose his lock. Given enough time, he will kill me. What have we got here? Something shooting at us from directly ahead. Now, we're a lot stronger than the standard US cruisers. It's tempting to go bow in with a treaty cruiser, but they are very lightly armored through their bowbettes. The New Orleans is the only exception. But even still, we don't have any significant magazine armor. I think it's like 38 millimeters. The benefits to this positioning is I can sort of dodge and weave and throw off his aim, but in this case, no good. Semi-armor piercing round going straight through, hitting me in the squishy point. Coming back in with our backup. Try not to make that mistake twice. I think that British ship did actually go down. The Des Moines has been sunk. That's the one we were fighting. We got the assist on that one. This guy's running pretty fast, but I could be sneaky and get some big hits on him while he's not watching us. Oh, too short. The new rangefinder tells you exactly how short you are. 1.14 kilometers in that case. It's a nifty little feature. I won't use it too much because I already have the muscle memory for ranging. But it does give you a better sense of what your enemy's doing and the speed he's running at. So I can automatically assume where to aim based on that speed relative to mine. Being able to visualize exactly what angle your nose is to the enemy is quite useful as well. Trying to weave through those shots so they straddle. Whoa, that was close. Torpedo that I did not see. We managed to dodge it anyway. Those might be substantial hits if I don't move out of the way. Trying to keep track of what his tracers are doing gives me an idea of where he's aiming and what maneuvers I should make. He's stopped and probably reversing. Yes, he's reversing, so we'll put some shots a little bit behind the lead marker here. And again, trying to turn in really strong when we get to the island. Got someone coming in ahead. We might have a bit of deja vu going on here. Not too sure what we're dealing with. Whatever it is, we'll get rid of it soon. That was a Kirov, Soviet cruiser. They're a decent cruiser. I'm not sure how they'll fare in the current meta, but I used to really enjoy the Kirov. I believe we have two. An event one and a tech tree one. Sneaking those shots over the island, we are taking a bit of fire. We're on fire, but minimal crew damage. 2 weeks ago, this probably would have been an instant annihilation. Or near close to it. Another Soviet light cruiser. Feed some shots to him. They were actually brutal shots. Down to 12% crew. The next salvo will finish him. Repairing while firing these 8-inch guns gives you a 24-second reload. So you really... This is where you start to learn to manage your crew repair versus your gun handling. Krasny has been taken down. We're not doing too well. 3 assists, 1 kill. My goal is to survive the whole match, or most of it, and at least make it to, what, the top 4. In my experience, once the Des Moines start to fall, the ships they come back in aren't the best. We can sort of weed the players out then. The Atlanta's doing really well. Atlanta captains were having a ball 2 weeks ago. What am I talking about? They always have fun. Assuming they don't get up tiered to 6.3 like currently. And even so, this guy's doing a good job. We're going to wait carefully here. Judging by that fire, there's something American around that point. Possibly a light cruiser. Another Krasny Krim being called out by our ally. He's right there too. So we're possibly looking at 2 ships here just around the corner. I'm going to creep out slowly. We have protection of that little point there from torpedo, so we can be a little bit brave, but I don't want to push too far out. There is torpedo spam going on. We have a solid target. Let's try and push out. We'll turn away from him and shoot over the shoulder. Try and maximize our armor. But then so we're not heading out into immediate danger. This is a Krasny. There's something else there. Something coming hard in steam. It's Karlsruhe. Not too concerned, but he does have deadly torpedoes. Ripple fire. Bow to stern. Oh, our shots are blocked by the rock, but some will get through. Massive damage to the German light cruiser. The 5-inch mounts on the New Orleans are pretty capable, but they are susceptible to being fragged due to not having turrets. Karlsruhe is down. There's still something nasty there. The Krasny's still fighting hard, but I believe there's something American further around the point. Let's be a little bit more aggressive. Hard port turn. Flank ahead. Get some speed behind us. Take out this Soviet light cruiser. And there was something American there. But it's now dead. Cleveland. Being taken out by Atlanta. Alright, success. We've taken down the Krasny. We're going to be a little bit more aggressive. We've got torpedoes tracking in. Hard port turn, flank ahead. We should be able to get out of their way. They do look like they're moving very slowly. Airstrike inbound. Keep an eye on that guy. Safe from torpedoes now. Another Krasny. This poor fellow. I think it's the same guy. He's out of his depth at the moment. Very short shots. Oh, we have the airstrike coming in. I'll rely on the Bofors just to keep that guy busy. I'm going to try and finish off this guy. Getting close. Gonna reverse back into cover in case it's a torpedo bomber. Come on, Bofors. Do your work. Critical hits. Destroyed. It's a Key 48. So very passive play, but you sort of you can't draw attention to yourself. And you don't have the benefit of fighting like a Japanese heavy cruiser where you can sit in the back line and use torpedoes is another way. So you sort of have to balance aggression between protection. What have we got coming up astern? Another aircraft. Dante Alighieri being taken down by a Bearcat. We hit one of the ammo rooms in the stern. Lots of burning ships here. What if we've got another German light cruiser? Possibly the same player from before. Looks like he's in a Köln, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, massive hits there. The Flying House. Alright, Roanoke. Now this is dangerous. He's very close to us, so he's spamming the 76mm. I want to hit his ammo room behind the sea turret. No luck there, but... Oh! Yes, we've had luck. Delayed detonation. And see, that's where accuracy beats DPM. And of course, that was a bit of RNG as well. Oh, massive bomb. But I think the mast protected the rest of the ship. 31% crew. We are in a pretty sorry state. So that was a very, very big hit. And now this light cruiser may finish us off, actually. He will. We're within his kill zone. Trying to turn away, trying to dip the armor into the water. Taking out the Krasny Krim. But that is all she wrote for USS New Orleans. Let's try and get one more shot off before we go. 6 kills, 3 assists, 1 aircraft. I'm happy with that effort. We stayed away from the Des Moines spawn. We'll come back into Trenton. This is one of the Omaha class cruisers that I completely neglected. I did not play this one because her sister in the tech tree has much better AA defense. This one has, I think, quadruple 1 centimeter guns. 2 of them. That's it. The piano guns. See, like, we're not even reacting to that presence of that aircraft. Turrets can't turn around fast enough. This ship is completely stock. I think I've maybe 100 RP on it. But I am quite fond of the Omahas. I think they're interesting ships to play. If the battle rating is gentle and you're at 5 or 5.3, then you can have a good time. You have a 6-gun bow on attack if you have them directly ahead of you. It's quite thin, quite a narrow ship. So you're able to wiggle between fire. But destroyers will mess you up if you give them enough time. I don't think we're going to see any action here. I think the entire team is dead. The enemy team. Maybe except that guy in the aircraft. Vlad. G'day, Vlad. I wish I could shoot at you. And we just have AI ships here. I think that's it. We come in 3rd place. 6 kills, 3 assists, 1 aircraft. The players in the higher tier cruisers being wiped out. I didn't kill any, but I did try to fight them. And that's what all you can hope for. Do some meaningful damage to them and then get out of their aggro. Every little bit helps the team win. And it's good to see people using multiple spawns. I'm so happy to see that. So everyone that's been respawning, good on you. Makes the battles longer. Everyone gets an opportunity to earn more. Battle wrapped up with no extra action. 10,000 RP with a booster, 100% booster, 100,000 silver lions. Not a bad day. I'm Commander Tyrael. See you next time.